So I watched the new Netflix movie, Psychokinesis. Now, simple premise. A guy gets superpowers. Seems like telekinesis, he can move things with his mind, including his own body. So he actually is able to fly. He can move other people's bodies as well. So very powerful superpower. And he's estranged from his daughter. He tries to rebuild a relationship with her and help her fight off this super villainess who wants to take over this poor area. Now, I will say it's by the same director that did a very popular zombie movie, so if you're expecting a similar movie to that one, you're going to be disappointed. And I'll also say there's no dubs, so you have to watch it with subtitles, but there's not a ton of dialogue, so I don't think it's too bad. Now, I think it's a pretty good movie because a lot of times with superhero movies, you see they have to stop the end of the world, or they have to fight crime, or it's about fame and fortune, and then ultimately rejecting that fame and fortune. Here, they keep it very grounded, and it's just about these common human struggles. He wants to rebuild a relationship with his daughter. He wants to defend the poor and disenfranchised from being cleared out of their homes. So very relatable, and there was a kind of superhero realism, which I liked. There was also a goofiness that I think is part of the realism, where oftentimes if you got superpowers, everything you did with them wouldn't be pure and noble and have earth-ending stakes. No, some things would just be goofy and making people laugh. And there's this great scene where he pretends that his tie is a snake, and he does this snake charming routine with the tie coming off the floor. And it's just little parts like that some people might find all those elements, they were too goofy, and they made some of the nicer, more heartfelt moments with his daughter, they cheapened them a little. I didn't. I think that they went really well together. And I love the sequences we get of him discovering his powers, and there's that great, like I say, that slapstick goofiness of him trying to do things and screwing up because he's new with his powers, but then also that kind of pure joy and probably feeling an excitement that he hadn't felt for a long time since he was a boy. He's an old man at this point. And I love it's a cliche, but it's tried and tested. It's this little triangle where he's the old, kind of gruff, grizzled guy, made some wrong choices in his life. He's alienated his daughter and he's trying to reconnect with her. And then you get the third guy, which is the young protege, looks up to this guy for what reason we don't really know, because we do know because deep down he's a good guy, but the young protege who's the only one who sees how special this old guy is, and then also becomes the love interest for the daughter. So it's a really nice little winning formula. And the protege, the way he bows, it's just fascinating. Oftentimes you think of bowing, it's respectful and slow and maybe a little bow of the head. He bows, it's enthusiastic bowing, where it's like an acrobat. He goes really fast, and his forehead almost touches the ground. It was quite exceptional to see. And I will say it is beautifully shot. We get all these great visuals of just the urban squalor and decay, and then the neon kind of dusky lighting. So very interesting lighting they chose as well, and some funny elements. I love the news. We get the pundit talking about the superhero, the talking head, saying it's set in South Korea, saying, oh, it's clearly a bioweapon developed by North Korea. So just some very funny little lines there, and a pretty good villain, a pretty good mix of just that icy, emotionless robot, and then you just throw a bit of that fake pep and that fake niceness and cheeriness that's just so unsettling. So I like this movie. I think it's a movie where you may initially watch it and be thinking it's too out there, it's too weird, I can't get into it, but if you just kind of let go of any kind of preconceived notions and just settle in and enjoy it, you'll be surprised. It's surprisingly good.